We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Welcome, coming to you live from the studios of LA Talk Live in sunny Los Angeles, California. This is Alayna's Beauty Talk and more, and I'm your host, Alayna. We're here to talk about beauty and more in all its expressions every Wednesday at noon Pacific time. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. This is Alayna's Beauty Talk and more on LA Talk Live. We're more than just talk.
The way you living is paving a new way. There's no doubting, I'm about it. No more searching, love, I found it. Ended up with my heart and soul. About time that you know. If you just believe and see like I see, you'll know that the world is yours to own. Just follow my lead beyond material needs.
Hey everyone, this is Richard Carr, Business Relations Manager for LA Talk Live. Did you know social media produces almost double the marketing leads of trade shows, telemarketing, direct mail, or even pay-per-click ads? And that about 46% of all online users count on social media when making that ever-important purchase decision. Hey, if you feel lost when it comes to social media, Top Tier Media can help you. Top Tier Media specializes in social media management and blogger outreach for beauty, fashion, health, and lifestyle brands. To learn more, go to www.toptiermedia.com. That's www.toptiermedia.com. Top Tier Media, the official social media marketing company of LA Talk Live and the Talk Live Broadcast Network.
Mountain Valley Spring Water, since 1871, has been bottled at the source in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Twice named the best tasting water in the world, Mountain Valley water is naturally alkaline and bottled in glass, providing the perfect blend of nature's minerals, giving you a crisp, clean taste. To start your home and office delivery in Southern California, call us at 1-800-499-9982 or visit us online at www.mountainvalleywaterla.com. New customers will receive their first 2 5-gallon bottles free. Mountain Valley Water, the official sponsor of Here's to Your Health with Josh Lane on LA Talk Live.
Okra Group Personal Chefs, proud sponsors of Let's Do Lunch with Chef Richard Petty. Okra Group Personal Chefs have been providing quality gourmet culinary services to distinctive homes since 2004. For a free evaluation of dietary needs, call 818-850-9584. That's 818-850-9584. We will design a custom menu that fits your needs. So call us today, Okra Group Personal Chefs. Let us personally make you a dish.
You say yes, I say no. You say stop, and I say go.
Welcome back to Alayna's Beauty Talk and more. It's been a little hectic trying to get to the studio today, get everybody here. I've been looking so forward to this show for like a couple months now, trying to get this all together. I mean, my friend Rusland, he's become a new friend, actually. We've even become phone buddies. This is like your third time on this show. He's amazing.
Hello, everybody.
And he has actually put this show together.
Well, yes, I run Glendale Philharmonic, and we have a concert series called Positive Motions Concert Series. It's happening in Glendale, third largest area of Los Angeles, and our upcoming show is on October 6th, and we have wonderful guests here, brilliant comedian Elaine Busler.
Well, thank you so much.
Phenomenal composer Carol Worthy.
Well, thanks again, yeah.
Amazing clarinetist Julia Heinen.
Thank you.
And absolutely the greatest pianist of all, Dmitry Rachmanov.
Thank you, Ruslan.
Okay, hit it.
Yeah.
We do have their music here. We are going to play it. Ness, are you looking for the music? I don't know.
Well, this is the first piece that was ever written for cello, piano, clarinet, and comedian. It's never been done before, so it's going to be a great
wrote
piece.
it.
Well, Ruslan called me up one day because Emo Phillips, who's a fabulous comedian, had done Peter and the Wolf with the Glendale Philharmonic, which, by the way, is a fantastic Philharmonic. If you've never been there, it takes place in is it the Presbyterian Church?
It's a Baptist church.
Baptist
it's
church.
the First Baptist Church of Glendale.
But it's a huge, beautiful auditorium.
Yeah.
You'd hardly know that you had to have wafer and wine before you saw the show. No, just kidding.
Well, that's where this is going to be performed.
Yes, and it's a Sunday afternoon, and it's kind of our Peter and the Wolf. I don't think there's been a Peter and the Wolf since Peter and the Wolf, and it's called Rescue, a True Story, because I work in animal rescue. And am I wrong about the Peter and the Wolf thing? I saw you nodding.
Oh
shaking
no,
your head.
No, that was to the engineer.
Ah.
No, absolutely no. This is a contemporary take that is not necessarily at all in the slant of Peter and the Wolf.
Oh no, it's an
But
original story.
yes,
but
it's your
it goes back
story.
and forth. It's narrator music, and it's all about a day in the life, a life of a rescued animal who, what they go through and how it.
Can you give
shakes
out the
out.
name of your rescue?
Oh, sure. It's Tales of Joy, TAILS of Joy at talesofjoy.net. I've been doing this for 17 years. And as every time a dog walks by, my husband says, "There goes our beach house." Because, all rescuers, and there are so many in across the country. And, we're all personally funded. We do all the little fundraising we can. And, we kind of take the overflow from the shelters and usually rescue dogs and cats and bunnies and horses and burros and everything right before the hatchet falls. So yeah, we're always broke and we're always stressed, and the music really was a wonderful thing to come up with to tell the story in a good, positive way. And with Carol Worthy's music, it's become such a beautiful tale. It's you laugh, you cry, and then you hopefully give us money. No, just kidding.
I want to say that the script and the story have heart and humor. Of course, humor.
That's it.
But
I'm
there's
suing.
Heart too. No, it's a beautifully and inspiringly written script, and when she narrates it, it's going to be so delightful on October 6th. I want all the people that love music and dogs and great stories and fabulous performers to come out and join us at 4 p.m. on Sunday, October 6th at the First Baptist Church. Now, Elaine, it was so inspiring to me how you combine the heart-wrenching story, but with such delightful humor. Of course it has humor because
Well, thank
you're
you
funny.
so much. But I think the real reason people want to come is because we're performing this nude.
Well, that threw me off.
First time at the Baptist church.
First time well, like I said, it's Baptist, not Lutheran. We can do it.
No, this is
We're
joke.
going to be baptized.
It's gonna be nude.
We're going to do
dressed in
it in
tuxedos.
water, too.
In water, naked.
In water.
And we're having the Hooters girls as backup because we know it. Music and fabulous story isn't enough for people
Now, are
anymore.
you going to have any rescues come
Yes.
there?
Yeah, but there will be a week. I think a week prior to the.
We might do a rescue
to the
event
show. Yeah,
at
we'll
the
do it.
venue
Yeah.
a week before.
A week
Maybe
before,
get
yeah.
some homes and tell people about it and
Yeah.
show them how it works. And you can. There are so many. There's a free publication in L.A. called The Pet Press. I don't know if you're familiar
No,
with
I
it.
never heard of that.
Well, it's absolutely the best resource ever. In fact, they're going to be writing about us for the concert coming up. And it's their 14th anniversary this year. And it is the greatest source of finding any kind of animal you might want and any event that's going on. It's free. It comes out once a month. We'll be in it this time because the publisher was so excited about this piece because it lets people know how rescue works. And it just gives you a little insight. And as I said, there's a lot of really hot sex in it, and we're nude. So you definitely want to come to this
Okay,
piece.
the ears of all my listeners
Of
are
course.
perking up.
What do you think? We think they care about heart? No, we know what you want.
Well, I will say that I think that the story is compelling. And I myself, as a composer, this is Carol Worthy talking here, who was so delighted to write the music to this fabulous story. And I've always had rescue dogs myself, and lived a block away from a park where there were so many abandoned animals and lost dogs and cats. And every week I would have to rescue in a very small way, nothing like Elaine.
But
she's amazing.
Every little life helps. And I just want to say one thing. If that clarinetist and that pianist don't shut up, I'm leaving.
I was thinking the same thing, Meg, because they do have to go to a meeting. So I want to get them on the mics and kind of talk about what your role was in producing and creating this event before you have to scoot out
just
the
hearing
door.
them play it last night was magnificent.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
guys
the
were
first yesterday.
incredible.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We so enjoyed playing it and
Scoot the
rehearsing it
mic
last night.
closer to you.
We really enjoyed playing it last night. It's wonderful music and the story is beautiful, and I'm looking forward to doing it. It's got a lot of different kinds of music for everything. There's a little bit of klezmer, a little bit of jazz, a little bit of sentimental love story music. It's just beautiful.
Which
And
is
it's
so
just,
great for your
how many
clarinet.
people are there's 4 of you on stage
There
playing?
will be
5.
4 people. There will be 4 people, and I personally, being a musician, I consider this piece not so much, for piano. To me, this piece is for a comedian, a pianist, a clarinetist, and a cellist.
Walk into a bar.
If you wish. Now, besides of this world premiere, the concert will include 2 major pieces. One of them is a piece composed by Beethoven, Ludwig van Beethoven. It's a clarinet trio, and 8 pieces by Max Bruch, another German composer. So maybe you could talk a little bit about maybe Beethoven and a little bit about Bruch. Who wants to talk?
Sure.
Well, sure. Beethoven is a classical work
You even sound classical.
written in late 18th century, very sparkling, very energized, has great soul and a wonderful spirit. And Max Bruch is a later German romantic composer, and he wrote this as a cycle of 8 pieces, of which we're going to perform 4.
No, we're actually going to play 8.
Oh, actually, we discovered 2 more, so we'll play 10.
Also nude. Just want to throw that in.
And those are very emotional, and they have full of variety.
And they're filthy.
A Romanian song and a scherzo in a sparkling sort of
Topless.
manner. So it's all very accessible to the audience, and everybody will love it.
You know what I would like to? The Beethoven. The Beethoven's life story. He lost his hearing halfway through, and this particular trio was composed a year after he noticed that the hearing is declining. I think it was 1796. Mm-hmm. So we'll basically cover with our, the program will cover this time span from the end of 18th century to the beginning of 21st century.
Wow.
It will be a very interesting experience.
And this is about, what, 2 hours?
No, God, no. Can you imagine?
How could we be naked that long? We
Can't be freezing, huh?
Exactly.
Listen, you don't know how good music has to be to get me into a church, and I've gone and seen them play 3 times already. So
I'm looking forward
great.
to it.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to say that I am blessed as a composer to have not only this great story and beautiful narration, but 3 of the most outstanding performers play my music.
Actually,
It is
4.
a-
We consider Alayna
Oh,
performer as well.
Of course, I already mentioned.
Chop liver again.
Hey, no,
chop liver.
no chopped liver, because I mentioned you first.
Don't even think about it, because we have a surprise for you. We've added cymbals.
I have symbolic music.
No,
yes.
cymbals.
Julia wanted to say something. I think. Yes. I thought. No.
No,
Oh, you don't
but
want to-
I'm happy to say whatever you like.
Okay, put the mic to you.
I will say the Bruch are just very beautiful pieces.
Yeah.
They were written at the beginning of the 20th century in 1910, and clarinets are actually quite an unpopular instrument. It's actually the kids who are left over who end up playing the clarinet.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because we're not very social people.
But then when you're good at it, it's so magnificent. Last night was magnificent.
Thank you, but we don't go to parties. We just stay
Benny
home.
Goodman was very
He-
popular.
He was, but he was actually quite shy. And all clarinetists have dogs named Benny.
Is because that's why your dog
That's
is named
right.
Benny, because of Benny Goodman.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness! Do you know I met him?
Oh,
I
me
spent.
too.
Oh, was he
Oh.
nice to you?
No,
He was a
mean,
horrible
horrible.
human
He's
being.
very mean.
Well, at least you
He
guys
was.
agree on that.
I love that you said that because it's true. This many years ago. I've been doing comedy since the 1800s. And,
I think almost everybody knows who you are.
well, their mothers do and their fathers do anyway. But, so I was doing the Merv Griffin show with Benny Goodman. Years ago, and probably in the 80s, and he and his wife were all backstage, and he takes out a bag of reeds and empties them on the desk, and it was like 100 reeds. And I was so blown away because, of course, everyone loves Sing, 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 the amazing song. So I said, oh, my goodness, could I have one of your reeds? I mean, he had like 100, and he looked at me and said, I need all my reeds.
I want to also mention on the clarinet that it was Mozart's very favorite instrument. It was a relatively new instrument at the time that Mozart took it up with his magnificent, I'm sure you've played it many times, Julia, beautifully, of course, the clarinet concerto. And one of the aspects that I love about writing for the clarinet is that it has the greatest range from soft, soft, soft to loud, and it has so many different characteristics that it can lend. I want the audience that's potential to come on October 6th because you are going to be absolutely delighted. And then the cello is, I will admit, my favorite instrument. And Ruslan is a maestro with that. And then I had just met Dimitri, and to hear him just reading through all the different things that I've given him with all the different styles, and it's so amazing.
God, you're
to
making
be
me
honored.
hungry.
Yeah, I mean, it's like people should be jumping
and
up
they
and
look,
down.
and they look cute naked too.
We do, actually. Very
All
much.
right, because now we're getting everybody excited. Ruslan, how can they get tickets besides what you want to do later in the show? But if they're like so excited now and they're near a computer, how can they find out where to get tickets?
Yeah, just go on glendalephilharmonic.com or glendalephil.com or just Google October 6th Glendale.
And the phone
Motions.
number to call for tickets is 323-663-3601.
Wow, she knows.
Wow.
phone number
I don't even know my
from
own phone number. Go,
Crazy.
Carol. Woo, That's
yeah, so
great.
glendalephilharmonic.com or you can check glendalearts.org.
Or give that number again.
Yeah.
And the number to call for tickets before they get all sold out,
Which is
folks,
close, actually.
is 323-663-3601.
Oh, and by the way, Glendale Phil Positive Motions concert series has announced 3 concerts in the fall, and right now there is sale, 50% discount for the people who buy tickets on all 3 shows.
And tell the most important part. This is my favorite part, and they do this with every show. Cake!
There will be free cake.
There's
on
always
the
cake.
show.
Free cake, and it's
Now,
always good cake.
Yeah, with October 6th, by the way, there is a tough decision to be made. Our board is thinking what to do.
Pie?
There is a dilemma. There will be or cake or chocolate.
Oh.
So that's
well, chocolate's no good for dogs.
Okay, so
I'll go with the cake.
Okay, well, the cake probably will be there.
And also, if you put in the promo code online, Tales of Joy, we get some of the ticket money to save some lives. So that's pretty
Oh,
exciting.
so that's really important. Say
There's
that
such a-
again.
Well, if you put the promo code Tales of Joy in online when you buy your tickets, Tales of Joy gets 50% of your ticket price, and we will save some dogs and cats' lives in your honor. So, I mean, the Glendale Philharmonic is such a good citizen and such a good friend to the community. They do every possible thing they can to reach out with culture and helping and every user-friendly thing they can come up with. It's really nice.
Oh, and the First Baptist Church, it has the most magnificent hall. It's acoustically wonderful. I've had my work at Carnegie Hall, and I will tell you, I know a good hall, and this is so beautiful.
Do you know Monty Hall?
Personally, of course.
Yes. Do you have an egg in your purse?
Always.
I'll give you $5 for
Always.
2 bobby pins
Listen,
and a Q-tip.
You're a crack up, and there is an egg in my purse.
I knew it.
No, by the way, speaking about the church, first of all, during the what we need to clarify that the sanctuary of the church is huge. It seats almost 1,000 people with a huge balcony for 300 people. The church was built over 100 years ago, and
So you're saying it's not up to earthquake code. But don't let that keep you away.
What the peculiar detail is, the architect was deaf on both ears, couldn't hear a thing, but he managed to build a sanctuary with pretty much perfect acoustic comparable with the Disney Hall. It's truly remarkable, acoustically remarkable venue. And when you come to this church for concerts, it really doesn't feel as if you would be in the church. It feels like you are in a concert hall.
Yeah, it's
actually.
beautiful.
Yes.
There are 2 wonderful Steinway pianos, and the altar built in sort of like a stage. So it's very, very interesting.
It's lovely. And the
venue to
Steinways will
come to.
be fasting starting at sundown tonight.
Yes.
No, it's Rosh Hashanah. You don't fast until Yom Kippur.
Oh, no, you fast for New Year. Aren't you
No,
supposed to
just-
reflect back?
No,
No?
yeah, you do, but you don't fast until another week.
Well, I ain't no challah back girl.
No, you don't have to fast to
Challah back.
I got that.
Well, I'm Lashana Tova. To
Yeah, we
everybody
do
out
have
there.
to wish that.
Is Yom Kippur on 13th? I think it's on 13th.
You looking at
yeah.
me? I work in a Baptist church. I don't know.
Because I got booked to do play Kol Nidre this year.
You're doing Kol Nidre?
Wow.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's
15
gonna be
Palace Letters, yeah.
gorgeous.
Oh, that'll be beautiful.
It will be
You did bring your cello. I don't know if
Oh,
we're
yes.
gonna have time to play it,
We'll see.
but we'll see. I'd love.
That's
Well, we
okay.
have
He
recordings
never
as
minds
well.
carrying a 400-pound instrument on the possibility that he might be able to drag a bow across
Well, he's
it.
already played on this show before.
So no more, right?
No, I can't wait for you. I love it when you
Okay,
play.
it's time to get to the beauty tips. That's what people are listening for. Ruslan, what's the conditioner?
He's pretty beautiful, I will tell you.
Oh God.
He's a
turning a
handsome
little
guy.
red. What is Beauty, House, Fitness, and More?
People
So
are tuned
today,
in for beauty tips. and
not
they have
always.
no
I
idea
do a
what they're
lot of
killing.
and more shows,
Yes?
just as much as they do.
Is that like the
beauty shows.
99-cent store and more? Like we're going
That's
up
my
to
favorite
$1.30?
store.
Everyone's favorite store.
Do you know, I want to say that music is one of the, I believe it is perhaps the greatest healing that you can get is to listen or to create
Thank
or
God,
to
because
play
I have no
music.
insurance.
Yes, come and feel
And laugh. Laughter
the
is
vibes of
amazing.
the beauty of the music, because music is healing, and music, because it's so healing, can give you that sense of inner and outer beauty.
Well, your beauty has to come from within first.
Absolutely.
Then it'll come from without.
You know, the program of October 6th actually is primarily in a major key. So it's in general kind of, happy. In fact, the last movement of Beethoven is written, it's a variations. I forgot the name of the motive.
It's the name. It's a popular song.
It
says now let's eat.
Yeah, now.
Let them eat cake.
Yeah, immediately after Let's Eat will be the cake. The cake will be served too.
I vote for cake.
Okay.
No chocolate.
But who
cake.
serves it? Or is it just
Billy's Deli usually, but okay, usually we had Billy's Deli delivering the cake, but now we have a few restaurants that they're kind of compete now who will be.
Apple strudel from Billy's Deli is
Because
making
the
me
piece is called
hungry.
Rescue, it's actually going to be delivered by Three Dog Bakery this time. So.
All right, we're gonna take a. Oh, is this some of the music? No.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
Beethoven's Moonlight Son of Anata.
Son of a nada.
Son of Anata. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to take a break. But before we do, Are you leaving at this break? Are you guys heading back to Seasong, or
Yeah.
you want to stay for
No, I think
another
they
few
still have
minutes?
they have more time.
Well, we
yeah.
probably have a few more minutes, but you know.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
going to take a short break. When we come back, I want you to kind of give your final thoughts since
Great.
you didn't have a lot of time on the mic, and then they both work at Seasong, so they have to go back for a meeting. So I want you to give
Well-
your final thoughts when you come back. So stay tuned, everybody. This is Alayna's Beauty Talk and more. And Ruslan, give out the name of the performance and where they can get tickets before we go to break.
Oh, GlendalePhilharmonic.com. Phone number is 323-663-3601.
Okay, and the name of the performance?
The concert.
Yeah.
It's called Positive Motions Concert Series.
And
It's-
this series is
It's on October 6th, Sunday, 4 p.m. at the First Baptist Church of Glendale in Glendale. It's managed by Glendale Philharmonic.
okay. Give out the name of your performance.
Oh, it's called Rescue, a True Story.
That's what I wanted
The
to get
world
to.
premiere.
So they know. Okay, say it again in your beautiful voice.
It's the world premiere of Rescue, a true story, and we will be performing it nude.
Okay, this is Lena's Beauty Talk and more on LA Talk Live, and we will be right back.
Yay.
Hey everyone, this is Richard Carr, Business Relations Manager for LA Talk Live. Did you know social media produces almost double the marketing leads of trade shows, telemarketing, direct mail, or even pay-per-click ads? And that about 46% of all online users count on social media when making that ever-important purchase decision. Hey, if you feel lost when it comes to social media, Top Tier Media can help you. Top Tier Media specializes in social media management and blogger outreach for beauty, fashion, health, and lifestyle brands. To learn more, go to www.toptiermedia.com. That's www.toptiermedia.com. Top Tier Media, the official social media marketing company of LA Talk Live and the Talk Live Broadcast Network.
Mountain Valley Spring Water, since 1871, has been bottled at the source in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Twice named the best tasting water in the world, Mountain Valley water is naturally alkaline and bottled in glass, providing the perfect blend of nature's minerals, giving you a crisp, clean taste. To start your home and office delivery in Southern California, call us at 1-800-499-9982 or visit us online at www.mountainvalleywaterla.com. New customers will receive their first 2 5-gallon bottles free. Mountain Valley Water, the official sponsor of Here's to Your Health with Josh Lane on LA Talk Live.
Hi, this is Dr. Levi, your fitness doctor, making a personal house call, inviting you to join me Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific for my all-new show, The Dr. Levi Show. Join us as we discuss fitness, health, and well-being, including emotional and spiritual health. So don't forget to tune in to The Dr. Levi Show every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, exclusively on latalklive.com and the Talk Live Broadcast Network. You can also catch us on iTunes, Radio R&B, or watch us on Ustream.tv, or catch us on the Live 365 network, and now on Radio Flag and Stitcher Radio. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Welcome back to Alayna's Beauty Talk and more. I want to get, I forgot your name. Julia, you know what? I know C song. That's stuck in my brain. I want to get the clarinetist and the pianist on the mic because I have to scoot out to a meeting back at their day jobs. I mean, just give your final thoughts about the performance, why people should come, and just a little bit of background about why you're so excited doing this piece.
Well,
But make sure you grab one of you
Oh.
grab the mic in front of you, and then you can push it over. You talk first.
Well, first of all, new music. It's so important to be committed to performing new music, and Dimitri and I perform quite a bit of new music. And
Okay, look at Ruslan, not me, so that you're talking into the
Okay.
mic.
Okay.
So
and
we-
I'll be looking at you.
So we really excellent, and I can't wait.
And I
So and, and Ruslan and I get to sit across from each other. So I, get to
Yeah,
look,
yeah, yeah.
I look at him all the time.
Yes, I actually, on one of the concerts, I forgot and I actually took Julia's place.
So,
Not a
but
good,
we both love performing new music, and this is such a wonderful work, and it is such a beautiful story about something that I'm very passionate about.
Did you say nude music?
Nude music?
Yeah.
But no, unfortunately,
Nude.
none of us will be nude. But I'm going to let Dimitri talk now.
You threw her off, Elaine.
Yeah, if we were 20 years younger, we may have considered being nude, but I think
What is it? None of them take Baptist church as of concern. That
No, that's not the
seems to be
problem. It's just
normal.
our age.
Yeah.
I think what it is that it's a humane story, and the music seconds that. It's a very beautiful music, transparently written, where there is always an exchange, a conversation between the instruments, the clarinet, cello, and the piano. It has this ability to comment emotionally on the story, and that is what brings the story alive. It makes it come alive because the quality of music, which is something indescribable, but it's there, and it inspires, and it just makes the whole story worth listening to. Not that the story is not great, but it's just
Story is great.
It adds to the story.
It's a true collaboration of the story and music. So it's really one incorporated into another. This is the first piece in the history of art, whether it's music or comedy or any other art, that's composed for comedian, clarinetist, pianist, and the cellist. There is no piece like this ever been composed before.
Who came up with this concept?
Ruslan.
No,
You
no,
did.
no. Okay, here's what happened. I was sitting at home thinking what to do. So I called Elaine, left her 2 messages and message on Facebook, something. Then I called Carol. Carol, would you like to do something? She goes, I don't know.
Yeah.
So then,
Oh, I didn't say
then,
that.
then I got them into the Baptist church. They were sitting, Elaine to the left, Carol to the right, and both of them were asking, so what do you want us to do? And I said, I honestly don't know. I just thought and felt that you guys might collaborate something. And they just started talking. They started talking. By the end of the conversation, maybe half an hour through, somehow the idea of the dog, of the life story, of the music came up. And then you should have seen the sparkles that started. It was truly remarkable. I wish we'd had a video camera there. Because they both started sort of slightly jumping. And this is a... So after that meeting, both of them, I started getting these emails, phone calls. This is such a phenomenal idea. This is so wonderful. But it wasn't my idea. You guys did.
But you you wanted to do some kind of music and comedy.
Correct. But I had no clue what exactly I wanted. This was... Now, here's what I would like to say. As a producer, more or less, of this event, to me, I work with composers a lot. I work with musicians. We play music. But this is a truly remarkable experience for me to witness a birth of a beautiful child called Rescue, a true story, and this birth is made by 2 beautiful women, and we, clarinetists, pianists, and cellists, we were fortunate enough to be invited to basically accept this child and to hopefully help this child to present to the world, and hopefully the world will love this child. We really hope so.
Oh,
And-
I remember, Ruslan, you said that before the idea actually came to Elaine, I remember, and she went, "Oh, this will be about a dog. I'll call it Rescue." And we both lit up because I love all animals, and especially doggies, I think. But I remember that you had given me the challenge, and you said, Carol, there's very limited repertoire, especially in contemporary music, for these three instruments, and
True.
I want this to be something special. And I took it upon myself with a sense of duty, and especially inspired by the incredible story of that I hope you will all come and enjoy.
And this child, this new piece of art,
Which
has-
you're sending to college, by the way.
yes, it has just been born. And like with all children, we hope that this child will be glorious and famous and wonderful in all respects. And with art, it's the same thing. You give birth to a piece of art, you hope it will be great and wonderful, but you don't really know. So we will bring this child of yours to the judgment of the people to give the world premiere of it on October 6th.
And if they're good, we'll invite them to the bris.
Yeah.
Yes.
The child will get judged right away.
Right away.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we just hope that it will become famous and glorious and will have a long lasting
I cannot.
life.
I cannot imagine people not liking this child. We read it through yesterday. I absolutely cannot imagine people
it'll be
not like. I'm
wonderful.
sure that everyone will love this.
You're so
piece.
kind not to tell the part of how we came to it before we said rescue. We were throwing around ideas, and everyone was saying, yeah, we should write about a kid, like a little girl or a little boy. And everyone lit up and said, yeah, that would be a great adventure. And I said, I have no interest in kids. And then they said, what do you like? I said, animals. Okay, we'll do a dog. Yes! So now we're
Well,
back to
there's so
having a
much-
child.
Yeah.
But I think that
I
this
think that's
piece,
better.
I think this piece will speak to children of
Oh, it
all
does.
ages.
Absolutely.
Children of all ages.
I'm
will
joking when
really
I
like
say I
it.
have no interest in kids. I mean, if writing about, you have to write what you know, and I don't know children as well as I do know animals because, I've just spent the last 17 years in the trenches. But it's written, certainly children would love this
Absolutely,
piece.
yes.
Well, I know musicians, children and animals, and musicians.
All three things you're not supposed to work with.
All right, we're going to take a short break so we can kind of refigure the table as
As Dimitri and Julie have to leave,
Thank you for catching me.
write it down on your paper and
I will.
peek at it.
That's a good one. I did print it all out to remember
There you go.
everybody's
There
and
you
it's
go.
stuck underneath there.
Aw.
But anyway, we're going to just take a short break. Thank you both for coming. Have a safe drive back to Seasung. It's going to be hot out there.
And I can't wait to see you guys again at rehearsal because that was the greatest treat last night. What I realized on the way home last night was, oh my goodness, I get to hear a free concert every night because we wrote this.
The treat was ours. Thank you all
Thank you.
for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you.
Julie.
I can't wait to see you guys at the performance. We will all be there. All right, we're taking a short break. This is Beauty Talk and more on LA Talk Live. We're more than just talk.
It's gonna have to be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. Yeah. I watch the ripples change their sides, but never leave the stream of warm permanent sand. So the days float through my eyes, but still the days seem the same. And these children that you spit on as they try to change their worlds are immune to your consultations. cause they're quite aware of what they're going through. Changes.
This is Brett Chapin.
And this is Dorothy Dillingham Blue, inviting you to join us every Saturday at noon Pacific Standard Time for our show, La La Land Talk.
Join us as we talk with some of the top talent in LA. Artists' untold stories, your phone calls, and live on-location broadcasts have made La La Land one of the best sources in LA for everything entertainment.
So don't forget to tune in to La La Land Talk.
Exclusively on latalklive.com.
You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B, Live 365, Radio Flag, and now Stitcher Radio. Or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com.
Saturdays at noon Pacific Time. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/LaLaLandTalk, Twitter, twitter.com/LaLaLandTalk. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live.
And we are more than just talk. I think we've got a Shakespeare monologue or two we could do. Yeah?
Jazz hands.
Kickball change.
Good
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
I'll do some Pippin.
Ooh, yeah. Some miming. I'm in a box. I'm in a box. I'm in a box.
Hello, I'm Joel Ramirez
And I'm Lolita Robinson Coppage, and welcome to Joy in My House
on LATalkLive.com. Inspirational radio
with a touch of recovery.
A reality show where nothing is left unsaid
And no one is insignificant who says it.
exclusively on LATalkLive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream TV.
Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Hi, this is Barbara Perkins, inviting you to join us every Sunday afternoon at 2:40 for Sisters at the Well Radio, a conversation with women about women. Join us as we share stories about current events, jazz events, business opportunities, health and wellness, entertainment, and so much more. So don't forget to tune in Sundays at 2:40, exclusively on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B, Live 365, Radio Flag, or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Welcome back to Alayna's Beauty Talk and more. We during the break we decided we're gonna play some of not the is this the music not this is not anything coming from Rescue. This is some of Carol's.
This is Carol Worthy speaking. I'm the composer that was honored to set to music this fabulous story, Rescue, a True Story. And just as a sample of some of my music, and I hope that you will play the first two because they feature Ruslan Buryakov, cellist, and Maxim Velishkin, cellist, in a cello duo that actually I believe not only was beautifully performed by the two in a overall piece of 8 different situations from Russia called Russian Scenes, and they world premiered this piece. But the reason that I wanted to play it is that the first one isn't humorous, but the second one is. And listen to the audience reaction, and that's why I think Ruslan said, let's get Carol. She can do humor and music.
Okay, and we may talk over it a little bit once we hear a little of it because I don't want to leave the airspace.
Sure. Well, I will say
It's talk
that
radio.
This first piece is once we get over the balalaika sound, and it should be a lot louder, I believe, for the audience. Oh, this is they're drinking vodka and champagne. Uh-oh. They're gonna get stoked.
Ruslan, do you want to talk about this a little bit?
It's a short piece.
Okay.
Sounds that we are kind of drunk a little bit.
Yeah, they mixed champagne and vodka.
Lightweight.
Russian scene.
Wait, you hear the audience reaction, though. Okay.
Just hold on. Yeah, just wait.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's so great. Oh.
So you're playing, huh, Ruslan?
Yeah, that was
such a voice. Your instrument has such a voice.
It's the closest to human voice.
Is the cello the closest?
Yes.
You're kidding.
Yeah. Cello is the closest.
I call the cello, which happens to be my favorite instrument, the voice of humanity.
Wow.
So that's very interesting. That is why it's always spoken to me with such power. But to be able to do humor and humor in music is not a universal talent. So I have to say I came through on that one.
It's very difficult in music. It's a lot easier to express sadness in music, actually, or tragedy, as it turns out, with the pure sound. We are talking about the pure sound. Then, you can express, more or less happy feeling, but the humor, that's a real challenge.
And what instrument is furthest from the human voice?
Triangle, probably.
Do you know that the little triangle is the loudest sound in a full orchestra?
Well, more than cowbell? More cowbell!
Not only that, it calls dogs to the
wow. That's great.
Speaking about calls, should we announce the raffle now?
You can. You've been itching.
Yeah. We promised on the Facebook when we were promoting the show that we'll raffle 2 VIP tickets on our October 6th concert to the first caller to this show. And the phone, I presume this is the phone number.
That's the phone number.
So the phone number to call is, people write it down, 323-247-7443. Once again, 323-247-7443. Whomever calls first, hopefully with a question of some kind, will get 2 VIP tickets.
Do not call if you're driving. Text instead.
Yeah, and also if you do call, we only have one line into the studio, so you may be put on hold for a little while, so just be patient.
Whoever holds the longest wins the ticket.
Yeah.
That's basically what it's going to be.
Oh, no, really? Oh, no. That's
So
awful. Okay, whoever calls the ticket line first gets 2 free tickets.
Yes. So once again, 323-247-7443.
And then you just have to hold, and then no one will come, and then you have tickets.
And then you go on GlendalePhilharmonic.com,
And say
buy
that
the
you won the
ticket.
tickets. We'll refund your money when we serve the cake.
All right. During the break, we were talking about the event. I had no idea that it was very social. I want to talk about that. It's good for families. It's very social.
Well, every concert that they've had there so far, it's so lovely because there's a wonderful lobby space. So it's not just sitting at a concert and then going to your car. There's an awful lot of mingling before the show. There's a lot of regulars, and it's a lot of families as well. And then after the show, which is always fantastic, everyone gets together and the cake comes out and coffee, and people hang out for an hour afterwards because everyone meets each other and talks about what they saw. It's really like a party. And this has happened not just with our concert, but every time they perform at the Glendale Philharmonic, it turns into a party and people are welcome to stay. And, the parking, once you're parked, you're parked. So,
Oh, it's free. By the way, parking is free around the
which
church.
actually is the biggest reason to come.
Because there's no free parking any event.
I went to a bad hairdresser for 10 years just because the parking was easy.
Oh, what?
I swear. And people would say, your hair is horrible. And I'd say, but I can park with no stress. I don't care. 10 years I went until I finally gave up. But so it's always a party there, and it's going to be just a great event.
And all the listeners actually participate actively in the actual performance, because each listener, once they walk into the hall, they get a little piece of paper, well, not little actually, a piece of paper where and a pencil or a pen, where everyone gets to vote. So the people are free. All members of the audience are invited to leave their comments and their suggestions and their complaints.
No spitballs, I hope.
Yeah. No, we had no complaints whatsoever. I mean, all the questions, all the comments we had, and we have thousands of those now in our.
And who reads them?
Our board
Your
reads
board?
them. Yeah. We carefully read them, and we particularly the evaluations of the pieces. So every listener can vote which piece he or she liked most or the least.
And this is one of the rare places where an American's vote actually counts.
Yes. Not only counts, but also take for consideration.
No kidding. It's counted and responded to, as opposed to our.
You want to get a little political?
Oh, no.
No. Please. I think that bring your kids of a certain age that they can sit there and enjoy. There's going to be a lot of different styles of music that they will enjoy and respond to. It will engender, with these fabulous performers and the wonderful story, it will engender a love of classical music, and there's some pop and jazz and blues and fun klezmer that will light their hearts. And I think it will also show them how important it is to love and respect the lives of animals. So I think it's a wonderful combination, and I hope that in the future this will become something that can go into the schools and go in concert halls. I'm so proud to have worked with Lane Boozler on this and with the great musicians that will premiere it. I think it is for children of all ages. There will be a sense of fun. I think along with the Ruslan, what about this? You should hand out one piece of Kleenex, because there's a lot of heart in this, and some cough drops, so there's no coughing, please. And then that could be a little additional gift bag.
But what I would like to mention, on our concerts, we actually welcome children of all ages. In fact, if you remember,
and we serve them liquor. We don't care.
And you're nude on top of it.
Well, there was a phenomenal moment when Emo was doing Peter and the Wolf, Emo Phillips. There is a moment in the there was a moment in the show when the orchestra was imitating appearance of the wolf. and it's a dark, very dark sound with the timpanis. And on the recording, you can hear there's suddenly a child. There was a baby in the hall. The child starts crying.
It's a scary wolf.
It was a truly scary wolf. So we have children of all ages on our performances because there is no vulgarity, there is no inappropriate things of any kind. Now, what I would like to also bring to everybody's attention, something that got lost almost immediately as soon as it was discovered. I heard it myself on CNN maybe 5 or 6 years ago. UCSD, University of San Diego, made a research in San Diego public schools. They discovered that kids that were actively exposed to classical music were doing on 40% better with all other subjects. 40%, not even 10, not 15, 40, almost 50%. Classical music, professional music, good quality music, it is essentially an algebra expressed in sound.
Okay, we got a caller.
Uh-oh.
This is one of the firsts. I don't get many callers on my show.
Well,
all right, caller, are you there? Are you there? Hi. You're on the air.
You?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. I just had a question for Ruslan.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Well, I mean, we all know that as humans, pets are very therapeutic for us, but for animals, we know that music is very therapeutic for them. And I was just wondering if you had any pets and if you played your lovely cello for them.
Okay, first of all, you are getting 2 VIP tickets. So you probably will need to leave your phone number or contact information with the producer of the show that we could contact you later. And if somehow the contact wouldn't happen, then just email me at manager@glendalephilharmonic.com that we could send you the tickets, okay? Now, yeah. Now,
tell her the truth. That Tales of Joy is getting you a whippet.
Yes, I was trying to adopt greyhound.
A baby, Italian
greyhound, yes. And somehow my attempts weren't particularly successful. So Elaine promised me
a whippet.
A whippet,
yeah.
Yes.
Whippet good.
Now I am a dog guy. We always had dogs at home. With my parents, we always had dogs. Our last dog was poodle. Yeah, we had a boxer also. Now after I moved to United States, I didn't have any dogs. I had a fish.
We help dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm a boxer freak. Did you love your boxer? They're the comedian of the dog world. They have the greatest sense of humor and the most emotion. Yeah. I was walking in New York City and a woman was training a pit bull and it was such a beautiful training session. I said, I'm going to bring my boxer for you to train. And she looked at me and said, can't train boxers, too emotional.
They look kind of scary, right? But
they're the big babies.
I was a baby when we had boxer.
Me
so
too,
there are
4 years old.
There are photos of me riding the
yes.
boxer somewhere.
They're the
my parents
best
are
But did you play your cello to your animals? Okay. Let's get back to her question.
When we had a poodle and I would sit and practice, our poodle was kind of, just wandering around and I particularly wasn't paying attention. But I can tell you that some of my students actually have dogs and many of the dogs react. The students come on the lesson and say, can you imagine my dog was singing along with Swan by Saint-Saëns, So if you ask me, do animals react on the sound? Absolutely, of course. Do they react on cello sound? If it's a good sound, they do.
Can I share with our listener or listeners?
Sure.
My dog story. I had a rescue dog that we got from the pound, a German Shepherd Husky mix, and he could not only adore sitting under the piano when I played, he would actually talk. Huskies are very vocal, and he would say, "I love you, I love you." He would tell us "hungry" when he was hungry, and he would amazingly to me, because I improvise often as a composer at the piano, he would always know when I was done with the improvisation or the piece and wag his tail. And he had a special seat across from the piano on the stairs. I miss him terribly, and I am soon going to get another little puppy, a rescue, of course. So that's my story with animals. I believe that they not only give us love, they feel it, and they hear it, and they respond very much to music.
I've had a lot of musician friends come over with their instruments, and my dogs always howl to the violins. You should always make a dog howl to a violin, isn't it true?
Well, that is because of the high harmonics,
Yes.
the higher tones. They, as most people know, dogs can hear beyond the range of human hearing, and I think they also hear beyond the range of human feeling.
And that is why they should run for Congress.
Cats not as much actually. Mostly dogs react on the sound.
Actually, my cat, when I play like, harp music or something really relaxing, he just kind of conks out.
Oh, that's nice.
He loves the relaxing music. So I think it does soothe all animals.
Oh, it does. In the early days, before I started Tales of Joy, I worked with Boxer Rescue LA, and we built them a kennel, and the dogs were barking constantly, and we wired the entire kennel and put on a classical music station, and within a minute, they all had their heads turned toward the speakers, and they were all asleep, and it was just the most beautiful moment ever.
Wow.
Well, but I can tell you that on our concerts of classical music, rarely people fell asleep. Almost never.
But
Primarily because the chairs are very uncomfortable to sleep.
Well, we keep the dogs in the balcony, so if they snore, it doesn't bother the musicians.
In my experience, the best music wakes people up to their own hearts, to their own minds, and to a sense of community. So that, I think also, there is something in classical music, particularly.
Carol's next music will be rap.
I actually did a rap in a musical that played 5 years in LA. It was when rap first started. It was A Christmas Story, and for the Children's Theater, LA Children's Theater.
Wow.
At any rate, I think that part of the reason that classical music is so important for your young children to increase their intelligence and their ability in school or with life itself is that it is communication. When you have beautiful music that has phrases, you teach your children how to communicate in sentences. And because there is a relationship between math and music, you're also increasing their math ability.
Well, that's a good place to stop and take a break. Let people kind of let that all sink in.
When you come back, I will do my rap for you.
Okay, I can't wait.
It's
So we're
available
going to
on
take
YouTube,
a
so I'll do it for
We're
you.
going to take a short
Yay.
break just for that. Okay, this is Alayna's Beauty Talk and more, and we will be right back to continue this conversation. I'm so excited to have you all on my show, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. This is Alayna's Beauty Talk and more on LA Talk Live, or more than just talk.
Hey everyone, this is Richard Carr, Business Relations Manager for LA Talk Live. Did you know social media produces almost double the marketing leads of trade shows, telemarketing, direct mail, or even pay-per-click ads? And that about 46% of all online users count on social media when making that ever-important purchase decision. Hey, if you feel lost when it comes to social media, Top Tier Media can help you. Top Tier Media specializes in social media management and blogger outreach for beauty, fashion, health, and lifestyle brands. To learn more, go to www.toptiermedia.com. That's www.toptiermedia.com. Top Tier Media, the official social media marketing company of LA Talk Live and the Talk Live Broadcast Network.
Hi, this is Starlet Quarles, and I'm inviting you to join us every Wednesday, 5 to 6 p.m. for a new show right here on LA Talk Live, The Dialogue, Real Talk, Real People. Join us as we discuss the topics that are relevant to today's generational leaders. So don't forget to tune in to The Dialogue, Real Talk, Real People, every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m. right here on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B, Live 365, Radio Flag, and now Stitcher Radio. Or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Hi, this is Dawn Christie inviting you to join me every Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific, for my all-new show, The Dawn Christie Show. Join me as I discuss love, spiritual readings, your purpose, why am I born, what am I here to do. So don't forget to tune in The Dawn Christie Show at 1 p.m. Pacific, exclusively on LA Talk Live. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream TV, reality radio, handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Welcome back to Alayna's Beauty Talk and more. Do you have it memorized? You were going to do your rap, Elaine.
Well, are we listening to Ruslan play a little bit here?
We can, yeah, sure.
Because you can see we're well organized here.
I always feel that cello should come on before rap. Isn't that how the kids do it? Cello before rap?
Is that what they mean when they say it's a rap?
And there's always room for cello, right?
That's what they say.
Is this you, Ruslan?
Yeah, that's me, yeah.
Who else can play like that? Oh my goodness.
It's also contemporary piece. Newly composed. This is our orchestra. This is Glendale Philharmonic. This is me doing solo.
You do lots of solos.
Fortunately, yeah.
They're a fantastic orchestra, I'll tell you.
I didn't know that you were in the press release. It read that you were the founder of the Glendale Philharmonic.
I never announce it. You know, founders are those who get crucified usually.
Don't be first. Don't be first.
Yeah, that's
no,
why
we need you.
That's why I hide it and I don't really.
But I was surprised that I had never heard that before from
you know the story. You know how it happened?
No.
Honestly, I was drunk. Swear to God. I'm not sure which arm I should.
Why is this night different from all other nights?
Look, I'm Russian, so what do you expect from Russia? I get drunk, I found orchestras.
That's what happens.
All right, now come on, finish the fun story.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, you know, every year I used to throw vodka tasting party. Carol was on those parts. Yeah, if you remember those. That was that was
I had to hold you up. I mean, you were really out.
That was the moment when I permitted myself to really get drunk. So I would come to the party, I would play a recital. After recital, I would have this reception with a vodka. And I would teach everyone how to appropriately drink vodka. And, you know, when there's 50, 60 people, by the end of the 50th or 60th person
got an orchestra.
someone said, let's do an orchestra. And I was brave enough to say, yeah, well, those people who said let's do an orchestra was our future conductor and the concertmaster of the orchestra. So I said it. Of course, after that, I was delivered home. And a few days later, I got this phone call. Say, okay, so are you coming to the meeting? Which meeting? Well, we are doing an orchestra, and you are our founder.
That's unbelievable.
Yes. So, but
wow, is that how the Bolshoi got formed? A bunch of drunk guys said, "Let's leap around."
You never noted. Yeah, but
Hilarious.
that was the. Of course, I mean, I have a background of working. I was back in the days in Moscow. I was general director of concert department of Rostropovich Foundation. So I know a little bit of the business side, so to speak, of the story. Maybe that's why so many, all the musicians felt not entrusted to me, but they wanted to put this responsibility on me, I guess. And yeah, we started.
How was your hangover after
Oh,
finding
God.
out what you had started?
I stopped drinking vodka after that.
Really?
That was, yes.
Do you not drink vodka
I
anymore?
drink only good Italian wine now.
And he's founded several chamber groups. In
yes. Yes, I founded also LA Cello Quartet. There is a new project now called Music for Cancer Sick Children. We are starting a new project that's partially connected with the arts. Russia has a population of 150 million people. 700,000 children live in orphan houses in Russia.
Why is that?
No.
700. I think
That's terrible.
it's beyond terrible. Russia is not particularly well, Russia is probably not on the top of the food chain, but not on the bottom either. So we have 700,000 people, children living in orphan houses
What
with
is
a
that
population.
attributed to?
Very good question. There are multiple
Good
factors.
vodka.
That's partially the case. And a population of Russia, 150 million people is decreasing million people every year. It's a dying nation essentially. So I am trying to start a project helping orphan houses in Russia, particularly the city where my parents live. So if anyone who hears me now would like to get involved, more than welcome.
I want to be part of that, Ruslan, as a composer.
Okay, well, one of my thoughts is we want to deliver the music instruments. My idea is, I remember giving an interview once, and there was also this conversation, classical music is boring, and I'm saying classical music is not boring. Just because someone told you that it's boring, it's not true. Classical music is actually a very interesting thing. If it wouldn't be interesting, it wouldn't exist for 300-400 years. Trust me, it would die a long time ago.
Right, the Macarena lasted one season.
Yeah, it's not the flavor of the month. It's interesting.
But I remember that interview, out of the blue, I just spilled out and said, look, at that point, we were in this war with, terrorists, etc. Osama bin Laden said, look, do you really think that Osama bin Laden would be the guy whom we know if when he was 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, if he would be given cello and asked to play Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, we would know a very different Osama bin Laden.
Well, whole societies where music is banned. I mean, what speaks to the soul? It's unimaginable.
Exactly.
Do you know the history of Vivaldi? Actually, they called him Red because he had red hair, and he wrote one of the most popular pieces in the world, The Four Seasons. It's a gorgeous piece with each season presented with string orchestra, and he created these pieces of music for a children's, especially a girls' orphanage. And also his music was lost and put into a trunk for about 150 years. And I think it was only about 70 years ago that someone opened this trunk in I believe it was a monastery, and discovered the music that has now become one of the most popular classical pieces in the world. And it was written for fabulous instrumentalists who were orphans.
And it wasn't Geraldo, because every time he opens something, there's nothing in it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
But I can tell that orphan houses in Russia don't provide any kind of music education, musical experience. It's basically like a little prisons where children live. They don't allow them even to go outside of it very often because they're afraid that the kids might get in trouble or something. They mean well, but the result is catastrophic. And we have a few generations now basically raised in orphan houses in Russia in catastrophe. Those are individuals with obviously mental disorders as a result, health issues of all kinds. It's a demographic catastrophe.
Well, music, I believe, is a force universally for more peaceful understanding, literally harmony in any sense of the word, and it can cure the probably apathetic or grief or feeling of loneliness that those children and abandonment that those children must have, and it probably will help the people that are running those organizations, because they will feel like they're finally helping these children to have a life.
I don't think that music will heal them, but I think it will at least help them a little bit. I hope.
Yes, it will.
So this is the project that I'm trying to start.
You're trying to bring instruments to the
orphanages? Instruments, toys, computers, laptops, clothes. I mean, food. We are talking about pretty much when you have a country with, just think of the proportion, 150 million people, almost million live in orphan
But you have
houses.
so many millionaires in Russia now. I mean,
not that many.
Really?
Actually. Yeah, not that many. But those who have money, though,
millionaires, oligarchy. I thought it was huge.
But it's a very small group of people. Look, in the United States, we have all the wealth. What, and 1%?
1%.
Yeah. In Russia, the situation is a little bit worse.
Really?
It's less than
Fraction?
1%. We don't have 10% millionaires in comparison to 90% of poverty. We have 99.9 poverty and 0.00001%, maybe 20, 30 people that have phenomenal, incredible wealth. Obviously, the wealth those individuals possess is unimaginable.
Right, and then Putin knocks them off if they try to do anything good.
Look, I don't want to comment.
No, of course, he's a wonderful human being, but don't be gay. Anyway.
I salute
so
you,
the Olympics,
Ruslan.
no one gay is going to the Olympics this year except the Russian women, men, whatever. I don't know.
So yeah, it's so I'm trying to start this project, and now what many people don't understand, Glendale Philharmonic is actually one of the projects of Positive Motions Foundation. So I, being drunk, founded a foundation. It's 501c3, tax exempt, and IRS gave us exemption within 1 month after that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was truly
Did you
unbelievable.
give them vodka on your application?
Yeah, on the same day they gave tax exemption to the foundation and denied my green card applications.
Oh no.
I promise. Yeah, it was.
You know he's going to propose.
Yeah. No, I got
I'm old enough to be his grandma.
How about a rap now?
No, I want to hear the green card. Why did they turn you down but accept your application?
Oh, the green card was turned out because apparently the reason for the denial was the officer stated in the denial that the cellists that play with orchestras are worse than the cellists play in the orchestra, because when you attempt to get a position in the orchestra, you have to go through the set of auditions. So when you're a soloist and you're in front of the orchestra, that's not good enough. And then another reason was that we didn't provide enough of mass media samplers of mass media interest to me from Los Angeles media active area.
Oh,
As
my
I remember this word.
goodness.
It was, yeah.
So you have it now, right?
Oh yeah, they fixed it, of course. I mean, but it was a devastating. I was on the way to San Diego. I remember I get this phone call from my accountant. We got tax exemption, phenomenal. Half an hour later, I get a phone call from my attorneys. I said, okay, your green card application was denied. You have to leave this country within 10 days.
But please leave your tax exempt organization behind.
But make sure you file tax return.
Leave your money here, but you have to go.
So yeah,
That's
no,
great.
I have green card. I've never been illegal or anything, just for the record. So everything okay on that.
And you've been here how long now?
11 years. 11 years. Yeah.
And for the first 8 of those, he was a gardener.
Slapping his
Silver Lake,
cello.
California.
Slapping your cello, huh?
yes. So Glendale Philharmonic is okay. When I got drunk, I formed a foundation. It's 501c3, tax exempt, and extension, the DBA, doing business as, of the foundation is Glendale Philharmonic Association, Los Angeles Cello Quartet. That's another project. Music for Cancer Sick Children. So these are all projects of Positive
And Carol
Motions
and I can
Foundation.
vouch for the fact that this is non-profit.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yes.
And Tales of Joy is a 501c3 as well, non-profit. So there you go. Any donation is tax deductible, and we sell
Yes.
a lot of great stuff on the website, and all
I'll
of it.
give out the website again.
Talesofjoy.net, TAILS. The interesting thing is you'll see people selling things for, and it'll say 10% of your purchase go, no, 100%. 100% of anything you buy goes to Saving Animals' Lives. We're all volunteer. There is no payment, and I underwrite any costs, little office costs. So, if you give $1, we spend $1. And even if it's not to us, give locally. Forget the big fundraising juggernaut national organizations. They're just paying salaries and pensions.
Correct.
Find someone
Yeah.
local and give it to someone you love in your own area who does a little bit of work. We get,
Because then you know where the money is going.
and every rescue every dollar
Yeah.
is $7 in small rescue. We really get a lot of bang for the buck.
And not only that, the things are fantastic that they have, that they offer.
True.
I treasure my keychain. I won't go anywhere without it, and I never can lose it. It's beautiful. People look at it and they go, "Where did you get that?" And I tell them.
Now, this is how our project of music for cancer sick children started. I was at home,
Drunk.
and no, I was actually perfectly sober, working on my taxes. Honestly, I was working on my taxes.
Who works on his taxes sober? What's wrong with you?
So I get this phone call from telemarketer asking me if I would donate some money to cancer sick children for Christmas presents. And my sister died because of cancer. So I take it quite personally, and I said, sure, I will. I was just about to grab my wallet with the checkbook, and then so what's the percentage of the money that I give will go toward the children? And the answer was 13%.
Oh my goodness.
At that point I said, look, I run an orchestra. Why don't you just put me in touch with whatever hospitals you are connected, and I will deliver them the performances. And I would rather give this money myself to the parents of the children. I know better than anyone how difficult it is, how hard it is, how horrible it is. And she basically just hanged up on me. I felt so furious. I felt beyond furious. I actually put a message on my Facebook describing situations that people, if you make money, make them, but this is unethical, inappropriate way of
It's
making
all
money.
for profit. It's all for profit.
It's not just for profit. It's beyond for profit.
Yes.
It's
false advertising.
yes. And Julia Heinen, actually, our clarinetist, was
Yes.
one of the first to respond on the Facebook. She's a cancer survivor.
Oh.
And I said, let's start the project. Let's just do. Let's just simply contact these hospitals outside, and we did. And we went to
fantastic.
Cedar Sinai in Beverly Hills on Christmas, and we did Christmas performance for those kids. It was I have to say, it was very, very difficult for every musician. For myself particularly, I was coming out of that hospital, and it took me maybe a week to recover emotionally, because when you see all these kids on the chemotherapy, hanging for their lives, parents being exhausted, it's overwhelming experience. But we delivered them the music. We made their life just a little bit happier for just a few minutes. And it did feel really, really good. And there are many, many other musicians that said, we don't need any money, we just go, we play, we'll bring them presents.
That's fantastic.
I absolutely agree with your point that don't give money to these big
No, big fundraising juggernauts.
It is not going there where you think it will go.
And if you want to know where your money's going, charitynavigator.com. You can look up any charity, and they will tell you the percentage. For instance, the Humane Society of the United States uses 2.5 cents of every dollar for animal issues. You think they're a shelter and they save dogs and cats. They have never touched an animal. They do not place animals. 2.5 cents goes to lobbying, and the rest is salaries, pensions, and BS. Do not support these huge. They are only in business to make more money. Stay away. Look, Google local things in your area. Give to local charities or give to Tales of Joy. We vet everyone. We have what we call little guy grants. We give the money out to the smallest, neediest rescues across the country, which we've already vetted and gone through, and nothing is wasted. It's 100% of your dollar.
I would say even more. Like in our case, I welcome everyone to join our board. We have divisions in our board, including advisory boards, all kinds of possibilities. Of course, every board meeting.
Cake.
You haven't been.
You're going to be at every board meeting now.
It is. Our board meetings are very much like a party, but we don't spend foundation's money. It's the board members. They simply bring. It's basically potluck.
Yes.
And
I'll bring pot.
Yeah.
Okay. We have to end this show in just a few minutes, so everybody get serious seriously. We're taking a break, or we're just we'll take a little break. I just got the break sign. Then we'll come back and give our final thoughts. Make sure everybody knows all the websites, all the everything. So that we don't end the show without everybody knowing exactly what they're doing and where they're going. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. We're just going to take a very short break, catch our breath, and we'll be done. So stay tuned.
You don't have that girl on hold, do you? Did you get her information?
Welcome back to Alayna's Beauty Talk. We're listening to this amazing piece. Somebody tell us what we're listening to.
This is performed by clarinetist Julia Heinen and pianist Dmitry Rachmanov. This is of their new CD that was just released. By the way, I recommend everyone to visit their website, juliaheinen.com.
Spell her last name.
H-E-I-N-E-N.
Okay. Or you can just Google her Julia Heinen.
But if they don't know how to, it will come up.
It'll fix it for you.
It'll fix it for you. I'm always on Google.
H-E-I-N-E-N.
Yeah. Or Google will ask, did you mean?
Yeah, I know. I get that all the time.
Google always corrects my name to me. No, I meant me. But come see us on October 6th, Sunday at 4 p.m. at the Glendale.
The First Baptist Church of Glendale, 209 North Louise Street in Glendale.
Free parking, free cake, naked musicians and comics. It's going to be a world premiere of Rescue, A True Story, plus the Positive Motion series of some beautiful classical music played that afternoon, and then a party afterwards with cake.
And children of all ages are welcome.
Yes. Free parking. Tickets $15 to $100. And for those who would consider buying serious 3 shows, 50% discount. Glendale Philharmonic glendalephil.com or glendalephil.com or Google Glendale Philharmonic and wait until it asks, did you mean? And you say, yes,
Did you
I
mean
did.
Glendale Philharmonic? And talesofjoy.net. Take a look at what we do and see if there's any level you'd like to support or get involved in. Thanks so much.
And you do have animals now that can be rescued?
Well, we rescue all day long
No,
across the
but
country.
are they now? But do you adopt them out too?
Mainly, we support the small. We're mostly enablers. We support the smallest, neediest, hands-on rescues.
So if
the
people
country.
need information, you can lead
All
them to great
information-
rescue.
That's right.
Places where people can
Yes,
go.
and also now
Okay.
that the economy has been horrible for years, we do help cases where people want to keep their pets and can't afford the care that's needed on an individual basis. We do pay vet bills directly for people.
Wow.
Oh, also, isn't there a way that 50% because of Glendale Philharmonic's generosity will go to Tales of Joy?
Oh,
Talk
yes.
about that.
If they put in Tales of Joy in the code,
Yes.
if they were ordering tickets online, we'll get some of that
Yeah.
too,
You
which
ha-
is fantastic.
Yeah, you have to go on glendalephilharmonic.com, click on tickets, and you will see there is a signed promo code, and just put Tales of Joy.
TAILS.
Yes.
There you go. We can't tell you any more than that. We'll be naked. We'll have cake. Show up. What can we say? That's it.
But if you cannot show up, just at least buy the tickets.
Just buy the tickets and stay home. We love that.
All right. Okay, Ruslan, one more time. Give out the date, the time.
October 6th, Sunday. That's the first Sunday of month of October, year 2013.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. So not 5, not 6, not 3, 4 p.m. But if you are late and you arrive at 5, that's okay. We will
let
accept
you
you. We'll still give you the cake. Even at 6 p.m., we still will have the cake. Free parking. Tickets only $15. 50% discount if you buy a group of tickets for 3 concerts. First Baptist Church of Glendale. It's a corner of Wilson and Louise. Glendale downtown, right behind Alex Theater.
And it's the first piece ever composed for comedian, cello, clarinet, and piano.
I think that's the best way to end the show. So I hope everybody enjoyed this show and laughed as much as we did. So everybody have a great week. Get outside, get some exercise, listen to some classical music. If you haven't done it in a while, there's plenty of internet classical radio to listen to on regular radio. I mean, even probably in some of your CD collections can pull something out that you haven't listened to in a long time. So I hope this kind of inspired you to kind of start to listen to more classical music, because I think it's a great part of the arts that sometimes people just don't spend enough time listening to. So everybody have a great week. I will be back next Wednesday at noon, which will be September 11th. So we are going to do a show about September 11th, kind of reflecting and some meditation, some world peace prayers, just everything, very peaceful to commemorate September 11th. So stay tuned. We will be back next Wednesday at noon. Bye, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye. Thank you for listening. And buy tickets.
Definitely buy tickets.
Better than beautiful. Go through my mind like a shooting star. Wish I could pause you like DVR and rewind to all my favorite parts to see your smile when I hit play. You grace the cover of a magazine, but you decline the opportunity. Cause you're so different, the way you living is paving a new way. Cause there's no doubting, I'm all about it. No more searching, love, I found it. Ended up with my heart and soul. About time that you know. If you just believe and see like I see, you'll know that the world is yours to own. Just follow my lead beyond material things. It's time to let you know you're better than beautiful. You're better than beautiful. don't stop it. The only thing that's fat is my chubby wallet. But it's about to lose weight, I'm about to spend it on you. We be walking around the mall with 2 shakes. She like my style, my swag, and my similes. Let's just keep on kissing, never stop like infinity. I mean physically, you off the charts, boo. You little thief, you stole my heart, boo.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Hey everyone, this is Richard Carr, Business Relations Manager for LA Talk Live. Did you know social media produces almost double the marketing leads of trade shows, telemarketing, direct mail, or even pay-per-click ads?